Love is in the air. Bum, 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 ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-da-bum. The most popular setting I run for my friends when it comes to TTRPGs has been my Love Island themed games. I don't personally watch these shows, but I do that dad thing where I stand next to the couch while my partner is watching, and when she asks me if I would like to sit and watch it with her, I just say no. So I know quite a bit about these shows. For those of you who don't know what Love Island is, it's actually a reality TV dating show where a group of islanders live together in a luxury villa. So it's not really an island. Maybe it was in season 1? To survive on the show, contestants must couple up with one another, and those who remain single have the risk of being eliminated or being dumped from the island. There's a lot of arguing, fighting, drama, and intense social situations, and that kind of sounds like TTRPGs, so why not make a one-shot out of it? I mainly run this game with Mass New Generation because of the emotion status, but I've also run it on Pathfinder and Dungeons & Dragons. As a game master, this is actually the easiest game for me to run, and you can run it with a lot of people as well. Mainly because there aren't any NPCs, the players are role-playing, matchmaking, and causing the drama with each other just like the show. So I'm just the show producer telling them what to do next, putting their relationships to the test, and just causing drama. So I can easily run this game with 8 to 10 players and 0 NPCs. So I just sit back and watch the chaos unfold. Now romance can be kind of awkward, and I play with coworkers as well, so instead of finding your romantic partner, I flavor it as finding your ideal adventuring partner. Oh, you're a wizard? Well, I'm a paladin. You might need a frontliner. Oh, your backstory is that you're trying to start a tea business? I actually have a farm. Oh, you're the type to find the chest of gold under an orphanage, and if nobody knows about it, you'll take it for yourself? Sign me up. Now that the stage is set, let me tell you how I would run a TTRPG Love Island game. Part 1. Introductions. Just like the show, you have half of the players introduce themselves. Their class, their background, their backstory, whatever you want. This is just like your typical intros in session 1. Then you have the other half come in one by one. The players who are already there then have to step forward if they are interested in partnering with the new member that just entered, and the new member gets to choose amongst the people who stepped up. As a tradition of the show, often ask how players are feeling about their choices. Then, when more new members introduce themselves, you do the same thing until all new contestants have introduced themselves. But even coupled up people can show interest and step up, and this can cause a lot of drama even from the first phase. So now you have all your couples at the beginning of the game. I've had one player who was a musician background, and another contestant actually said that they were a music producer, so they definitely wanted to couple up right away. I've also had players who actually worship the same deity, and so they thought it would be great to partner together as well. Part 2. Skill challenges. The show has these challenges, but they're more of an excuse to show off sexy stuff, like, oh, can you climb up this pole with whipped cream all over it? But this is PG and D&D, so we'll put some actual challenges. Have them go through an obstacle course, tame a wild animal, or have them pretend a hostage negotiation. Do roleplay, skill checks, see how they can resolve their respective challenges. Maybe you doubled up on charisma characters, so the obstacle course is quite difficult for the couple. Maybe you have too many strength-based fighters, so you have a hard time negotiating with the terrorists. But maybe you're the perfect pair of frontliner and backliner and can take down the enemy in a few rounds. These challenges will really let couples know how compatible they are or are not when it comes to different situations. And again, after these challenges, ask how they feel about their partner in a private interview. If they've been failing at the task, maybe they don't feel so great about it. But if they're succeeding, maybe their bonds will be even stronger. This could cause some tension, but it could also facilitate newfound bonds. Then you hit them with a vote. Love Island takes place over months, and they do a voting thing after every week to see who wants to remain in a couple or get dumped out of the island. Now, we don't want to kick out any players, this is just a one-shot, but you can still have the same process. What you'll do is that you'll have the players text the DM secretly if they want to remain in a couple or switch. Now, don't let the couple see each other's answers. If any of them don't want to be together, they can reshuffle amongst each other, but if only a single person wants to do so and the rest of the couples are happy, now you're awkwardly stuck. And I've had this happen many times. Awkward. Part 2.5, talent show. The show always has a talent show portion, so this is a time for your party members to relax and show off their role-playing skills. Of course, have them roll skill checks to see how well they perform their tricks. If it's just singing, do a performance check. If it's juggling, acrobatics. If they're making fireworks, arcana, things like that. So this is a time for them to choose how they want to shine. While we don't vote in this section, it's another great opportunity to interview the players, asking them what they think about their partners and their talents. This is just little fun flavor stuff to show more about your characters than just skill checks. Now, in the show, contestants are often interviewed in a separate room after the fact, but we can metagame a bit here and let them answer their inner thoughts in front of everybody. The characters will just have to pretend like they didn't hear it, but it's all in fun. Part 3, a mental game. Now I want to test the couple's communication skills by playing a game of charades. These are often superpowered beings with powers or abilities, so if they can justify how they use their abilities to draw things, I'll allow them to use a whiteboard or a sheet of paper. Maybe they have elastic arms so they can make shapes, or they can use an illusion spell to draw out hints. I think this is just a fun way to allow players with cool abilities to express themselves and gain an advantage. The winning couples might stay strong if they're in sync and if their communication was flawless, but are they the perfect adventuring partners? But the losing couple might regret their choices. Maybe their partner wasn't all that they were made out to be and they suck at illusion spells. That could be really dangerous on a mission. You'd be surprised how many people forget they're just role-playing and actually get frustrated with their partners, and that is when you throw in another vote. Part 3.5, Item, Friend, Pie. The show has a segment called Kiss, Marry, Pie. You get to choose one person of the opposite gender to kiss, marry, or pie. And for each decision they make, they do a little speech before or after of why they chose that person for that thing. So yes, they literally just kiss someone, or they kind of fake propose to someone, or they pie them in the face. Now this segment gets a little tricky because if you're in a somewhat serious partnership, people get offended that you didn't choose to marry them. They would actually prefer you just kiss someone else. But if you're a new couple, not kissing them can cause problems too. And pieing is a great moment to show who you don't like and why. But again, this is for adventuring partners, so I changed it to Item, Friend, Pie. You can give one cool item to someone, and you can tell one person that you actually would like to be more than just adventuring partners and maybe friends, and you can pie someone who you don't like. Who knows, maybe your partner prefers to have the treasure over friendship or vice versa. So how well do you know your partner? Now don't forget to do a little speech before and after each choice, or you could remain silent for a dramatic pause and be mysterious. The final segment, Part 4, Battle Royale. Now, this is a D&D game after all, so we're going to have some combat to wrap it all up. We're in the show's finale, but who is the best couple of them all? I just let them duke it out to figure it out. Oftentimes I have almost 10 to 8 players in this, so I can't have a full combat encounter. So I just make them fight each other. It makes things go pretty quickly. Let the players know that they will be entering a battle royale. This is the last chance for them to recouple before the final fight. When the fight starts, I sometimes section them off and make it a tournament system. So maybe 2 fights are happening at once just to make things go by faster. And depending on the system, sometimes I let the couples fight at the same time so they can coordinate their actions better. But whoever remains victorious is the strongest couple. However, just like the show, I provide one last ultimatum. One person amongst the winning couple is awarded 500 gold pieces, and they are given 2 choices. They will be asked, will they split that 500 gold pieces with their partner? Because are they truly the perfect couple, and did they find their adventuring partner? Or are they going to take it all for themselves and this was just all a ruse? What will the winning couple decide? Find out in the next episode of Love Island TTRPG. Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, I hope you like this idea. This game is definitely the most popular format I run for my friends. Even my casual players line up for this game. If you want to see more fun and diverse TTRPG games, please like and subscribe and check out my channel, Han RPG. Right now I'm posting weekly videos for my book, 100 Creative Combat Conditions, where I provide concrete examples on how to make your combat encounters more interesting. Now this is not like your typical D&D advice video where I just tell you to add time pressure, alternative objectives, or interesting choices. I'm actually giving you 100 concrete ideas of what kind of timers, what kind of alternative objectives, and what kind of interesting choices, so make sure to check it out.